Initiating moisture.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Moisties yet again. Last week, the Sacred Moist Council gave out the awards for the top 5 biggest stinkers of the movie industry of 2018. Today, we're looking at the top 5 biggest dinkers because they're gonna make your winky dinker bigger. They're good movies. We're looking at the 5 best movies of 2018. So let's start this shit off. Number 5, Upgrade. Upgrade is an incredibly unique movie to see in 2018 modern cinema. It's a lower budget movie, which you just don't fucking get anymore because now it's go big or go super flaccid, where they only spend their money on the same fucking IPs, same type of movies, the most by the numbers generic shit in the world. So you don't see shit like Upgrade that often. And when you do, it's usually pretty stinky, pretty fucking bad. But Upgrade is a fantastic movie, start to finish. Great characters, a fucking amazing universe with all of these body augmentations that lead to some really cool fights that don't shy away from showing you the blood, gore, and cum flying all over the place when they really get into a huge scuffle. It's a really good movie, and the story isn't bad either. The story is pretty cool. It's a nice revenge story. It's like a cyber John Wick, like an augmented John Wick. But it's not like actually John Wick doing any of the killing. It's like a robot in John Wick. What I'm saying is, it's a fucking great revenge movie, and it's so fucking fun to watch unfold. Moving on to number 4, Annihilation. Annihilation is a movie that is hard to put into words. It's a really abstract movie that is so great, and it works so well. There are some characters that I think were pretty shitty, but they don't hold the movie back. The movie is just so much more than the characters and so much more than just what you see on screen. It's a movie that you think about afterwards and you're like, fuck, that was really impressive. And the movie is so nice to look at and so goddamn incredible to listen to. Like I said in the Moist Meter I made for this, the final song on the soundtrack here, the final score of the movie in the last scene, which goes on for like 10 minutes, is perhaps the best single piece of music I've ever heard in a movie. It is absolutely amazing, and the scene that complements it is really profound, and I really just love everything about Annihilation. And there is some horror elements to it. I think they have perhaps one of the most effective horror monster creatures in the movie, with the mutated bear that can mimic the sound of screams. It's really good. Everything about this movie is really fucking well done, and it's not afraid to disturb you sometimes and make you think, and it's got a good cast of characters for the most part, with some really fucking cool shit going on. Annihilation is a movie I'd never seen anything like before, and I haven't seen anything like it since. Fucking fantastic. Easily deserving in the number 4 spot. But number 3 is going to be going to Deadpool 2. And no, I'm not some huge Deadpool fan who goes around cosplaying and talking about wieners at the Comic Con or anything like that. And also, I know this movie has a whole bunch of fucking flaws, so some of you probably think this spot was bought and paid for by Ryan Reynolds. I fucking wish it was. Ryan Reynolds, if you're watching this shit, man, yeah, feel free to reach out if you want to talk about Moisties or fucking anything, really, man. I'd ejaculate into my pants if I even walked through the air that he crop dusted with one of his farts. I fucking love Ryan Reynolds. And this movie is just so good that I can overlook all the flaws. It's such a good comedy. I honestly think it's probably the best comedy I've ever seen in a movie theater. Every single joke, for the most part, landed in the second half. I think the first half was kind of weak, but in the second half, the movie just had the entire theater roaring, myself included, which doesn't happen. I don't like comedy movies overall. I would say they're probably some of the worst that get made. But this movie was more than just a comedy movie. This movie was a profound... It was a good comedy movie. It was just so fucking good. It was really enjoyable. Really clever jokes, really good bits. This whole fucking movie was just an enjoyable experience to have. And I think most people can appreciate the comedy in this movie. It has different types of comedic styles for different tastes overall. It's not just like the lol xd random here's the fuck knuckles or anything like that. It does a great job at making people laugh in a big way. And I think that definitely speaks to a good movie, a really good movie. Moving on to number 2 goes to Searching, which is the movie that I was so close to giving 100% to on the Moist meter because it is genuinely the best thriller mystery movie I've ever seen, and I think it is the best thriller mystery movie that even exists in that genre. Searching is a movie that I cannot praise enough. It's a movie that uses a gimmick we've seen before in Unfriended, where it all takes place on a computer screen, but it uses it so incredibly well that it just adds so much to the movie overall, where it really feels like you're just peeking in the fucking window like you're looking for titties into a man's life as he's trying to get his daughter back, and you're trying to figure out what happened to the daughter, and there's so many different clues and so many different paths that lead to a dead end in terms of what happened. It's just such a good movie that's so well executed with incredible acting and an impressive narrative to tell that really covers pretty much every plot hole you could ever poke into it. I could hardly think of anything they didn't wrap up and resolve and explain. It's just such an incredible fucking movie that it's so goddamn good. I can't stress enough how good of a movie Searching is, nor how well done it is. And now we're moving on to 2018's best movie of the year, and this may not come as a surprise to many people considering how I talked about this one, but this one goes to Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. 2 superhero movies on the top 5 list. I swear to God, I'm not some like die-hard comic book only like superhero, can only get hard for superhero content kind of guy, but this last year just had so many good superhero flicks. Into the Spider-Verse is the best animation I have ever seen. There's not a second that goes by in this movie where your eyes aren't orgasming at what you're seeing on screen. Everything oozes style about this movie. Every single action, no matter how trivial, is so fucking beautiful to watch in that universe. There's some super trippy moments, some really impressive fights, a very touching narrative, some great characters, great acting. The music is top notch. It really comes across as a beautiful passion project where everyone on the team was on the same page, went to work every day with a big smile on their face, cum in their pants, ready to work and make the best project they could possibly make. And it comes across that way, and it really feels like they made the best possible animation they could for Spider-Man. It is an amazing movie, absolutely fantastic, and I can't recommend Into the Spider-Verse enough. Absolutely amazing movie that I really think is deserving of the top spot on the prestigious Moisties. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Stay wet, and fuck yeah. Looking forward to 2019 best movies and shitty movies. All the shit. Fuck yeah. See you everyone.